is November 2024, but today we're going back in time to
1979.
Philips did the first public demonstration of the compact disc. The Life of Brian was released. He's not the Messiah.
He's a very naughty boy!
And Joe Perry left Aerosmith. That was all in 1979. Meanwhile, the hot news out of Tennessee,
Nashville.
on the 25th of June, to be precise, this lovely guitar came out of the Gibson factory. So in today's video, I'm going to be taking a closer look at this guitar, I'll look at its specs, and we'll listen to some sounds. And we'll answer maybe the most important question that people want to know: how much does this 1970s Gibson Les Paul weigh? Ouch! So let's get into the video. Please subscribe. Now this guitar, this one here, this Gibson Les Paul here, is from the Norlin era. Now are Norlin era Les Pauls considered to be the finest Les Pauls? No, it'd be fairly safe to say that people do not consider this era of Gibsons to be his finest hour. However, that said, I think you can find gems in this era of Gibson. I think this one is. Please excuse all the noises, I've had to come outside because it's even noisier in my house with the neighbours' construction work going on. So in 1969, Chicago Musical Instruments purchased the Gibson company. 1969, Gibson introduced the Les Paul Deluxe, gold top with mini humbuckers. Now I think up until 1974, 90% of Les Pauls made were gold top Deluxes. Now the Les Paul Deluxes had mini humbuckers, however you could have a factory special order, you could order it from the Gibson factory with full-size humbuckers. The end of 1974, Gibson introduced more colours to the Les Paul range, so it's not just black and gold, you can get different colours at the end of 1974 moving forward. And then in 1975, traditionalists are even more outraged when the neck construction changes from mahogany to maple, and that continues until the early 1980s. Now as well as the neck angle changing, in the 70s we get this massive paddle of a headstock. So yes, a big paddle headstock. If you're up shit creek, you need one of these. So rosewood fingerboard, fully bound as well. Now this is a standard obviously, so there's only single ply binding on the front, nothing on the back. Now the neck tenon for this era is a short neck tenon, and this particular guitar has W red in the neck pickup cavity, just to indicate that this is indeed a wine red Les Paul. Now I think this will be a three-piece top. Looks to be a three-piece top like all the Les Pauls from this era. So I guess again Norlin are saving money. Now it does have very flat frets. I have to say, I'll give you a close-up of these, it has very, very flat frets. Now the neck pickup has a date stamp of the 4th of June 1979, and the bridge pickup has a date stamp of the 21st of June 1979, which is quite close to the day that this guitar left the factory. But I do think they're original to this guitar. What I don't think is original to this guitar is the tailpiece and the bridge. The tailpiece is a Goto Japan tailpiece, and I'm not 100% sure about the bridge. So that does look like it's been replaced. I mean, please let me know in the comments, did Gibson ever have a Goto bridge from the factory? I don't think so. So I do think these have been replaced. So let's look at the specs of this guitar. Let's look at the nut width, the neck profile, and we'll measure the pickups as well, and we'll have a look inside the pickup cavity and a look inside the control cavity on the back as well. So the pickups aren't overly hot. Let's listen to some sounds from them. check out how much it weighs, because I know early 70s Les Paul Customs, like a 74 Custom, can weigh 1.5 tons. That's not that bad. I mean, it's not a backbreaker like an early 70s Les Paul. So there you have it, a 1979 Gibson Les Paul Standard, a Norlin era Les Paul, which I happen to love. That beautiful colour, wine red, hidden gems, Norlin era Les Pauls from the 70s. So ever folks, it's been a privilege and a pleasure bringing you content on Dunsea's Guitar World. Cheers for now.